Hello and welcome on the TheGhostOfSabotage. If this gets uploaded, you know I'm back. Additional global warming topic. The conspiracy theory. To deny that man is responsible for global warming is seen as something akin to a World War crime even. World War. No. Anyway, in the UK, it amounts to political suicide to question the science that underpins the theory of the man's CO2 emissions and driving the increase in worldwide temperatures over the past decade. But the scientific community is not united as you may believe. Some point to global temperature stabilizing over the past decade and even falling in 2008. Others say that CO2 and global warming are not linked. And for one. But let's carry on. Certainly not to the point where levels of CO2 drive climate change. Still more believe that even if the temperature is rising and it is linked to CO2, man has such a small impact on levels of that gas that we cannot do nothing about the phenomenon. Historically, the Earth has had much greater levels of CO2 in its atmosphere than it does in 2009, more than 3 times as much without any impact of man, without any effort on climate. Professor Ian Clark of the University of Ottawa agrees that changes in the Earth's temperature have always been linked to solar activity rather than levels of carbon dioxide, and that CO2 is only a mere minor greenhouse gas. His claims caused a furore in the UK as part of the Channel 4 documentary The Great Global Warming Swindle, which led to huge criticism of the broadcaster and bitter anger among climate change advocates. The programme cast doubts on the independence of the UN's Intergovernment Panel of Climate Change (IPCC), putting to divisions, resignations, and political allegations. This level of passion and zealotry, which became almost a witch hunt against climate change, skeptics alert conspiracists eager to sniff out a scam. When you examine the environmental movement from an economic perspective, the financial motives for a potential scam becomes obvious. A multi-billion pound industry based on a scientific belief as powerful as any religion has taken root, and many of the world's biggest polluters are prepared to plunder the spoils of the green economy. The real losers in this scandal are the very people whose best interest to the Liberal supporters of the climate change movement claim to be looking to protect the climate change economy directly disadvantages the developing countries of Africa and Asia, whose prosperity depends on the freedom to use fossil fuels and carbon to create wealth and industrialize their economy. With their motives established, the conspiracy theories are also searching for evidence of a cover-up, something which appears to be slowly emerging. Just last week, last year, the University of East Anglia (UEA) revealed the hackers had stolen data from a decade's worth of records from its climatic research unit. Man, I can't read. Anyway, Kevin Tranbeth, a well-respected atmospheric scientist even, who contributed to the IPCC report, who's quoted in one of the emails as saying, "We can't account for the rate of warming at the moment, and it is a travesty that we can't." The university leading authority, Phil Jones, wrote that he had used a trick to hide the decline in a chart detailing recent global temperatures. This has been evidence enough for most conspiracy theorists and has done huge damage to the respectability of the scientific evidence behind climate change. All the ingredients are there for a classic conspiracy, an overarching control mechanism that allows government and big business to run our lives using cover-ups and scare tactics to oppress the poor developing nations and curtail our liberty. So is climate change the end of the world as we know it, or a huge climate scam? Up to you. Leave a comment, rate, subscribe if you're not already, and until next time, laters.